Hi everybody, it's Nancy from StampinShout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my Friday Fast Card video series where I share with you different ways to make quick and easy cards. So this is a picture of the card. I have to show you a picture because I have already mailed that card out. I just made it yesterday and I mailed it out already. So we're going to make one today. So I'm going to turn the camera right on our project and we'll get right to it. So I have a basic white card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it right down the middle at 4 1/4. That's our card base. I have two matte pieces in Balmy Blue. That's Balmy Blue cardstock. That's 5 1/4 by 4. And I have two stamping pieces in the white. That's 5 inches by 3 3/4. And I have a scrap to stamp my sentiment on. So let's see, stamp sets. We are using the Lots of Heart stamp set, and I'm using that little flower right there. And then for the sentiment, I'm using Happy Thoughts. On the front, I like the big sentiment that says, just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. And inside, I'm going to stamp Thinking of You. And I'm also going to use my Tasteful Label die cuts. So, first thing I'm going to do is bring in my stamping piece, and I'm going to bring in a little scrap paper to stamp on, and I'm going to bring in my flower stamp and Memento ink, and I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp one of these flowers in every corner of that paper. I'm actually going to take this away so I can see the border of my white paper a little bit better, see where I'm stamping. So this is a little bit of a different way to use that Lots of Heart stamps. It doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day, and you don't have to use the hearts. Can use that pretty little flower. And since we're stamping with that Memento ink, I think I will bring in my little scrap, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. It's inked up pretty well. I'm going to stamp it right in the middle of this scrap, and then we're going to cut that out in a second. So we're going to cut that out. Then I'm going to bring in my inside stamping piece, and that's when I'm going to stamp Thinking of You. So we'll get all our stamping done. And I think I'll stamp a flower inside too. Let's decide where I want it. Okay, so next, let's color in all of our flowers with our Stampin' Blends. And I'll tell you the colors that I'm using as I go along. This one here is Light Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to go ahead and color in this little flower. So I colored the same flower in the same color all the way around. So this again is Light Flirty Flamingo. Then for my next flower, Light Balmy Blue, I'm going to color in the petals of the little flower. So yeah, just simply stamping your background is a real quick and easy way to make a fast flower. I mean a fast card. Let me go back and color this inside piece with the Flirty Flamingo. And my next color is the light Highland Heather. And I'm going to color in the big flower with that. I'm using the small end of my Stampin' blend because I'm not coloring in a big area. You just want to stay inside the lines, and the Stampin' blends will kind of expand or in the area, so I start in the middle in case it's really juicy and it won't go outside the lines that way. So it just takes a little bit of practice. It's not hard at all. It's just like coloring with crayons. Then let's see, I have light daffodil for the yellow centers of my flowers. Just adds a little bit more. And I color the inside here. And then for my leaves, I have light Granny Apple Green. Pretty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my sentiment and my matte piece. See how pretty that's going to be on there? And I'm going to go ahead and cut out 2 pieces. Let me go back to the picture. So I'm actually going to take this matte piece and I'm going to cut one of them out. I'm going to cut this one out, and you're not going to see the hole when I get done. And then I'm taking this die cut. Hang on, let me go back. So I'm going to take this die cut and cut right out of my matte piece that. You're not going to see the hole when we get done. And then my sentiment, I'm going to take this die cut and cut that out. So let me go cut that out really quick off to the side here. Done. I really like the sentiments in that Happy Thoughts stamp set, and I like the font. Let me tell you why I like that, what I like about it. I like how it's got just big and little letters and different fonts. You know, some of it's just typeset and then some of it's cursive. It's really pretty. So we have that, and then I have this piece that I cut out, and there's the matte piece. So let me go ahead and put that matte piece on the front of our card, and like I said, you're not going to see that hole because we're going to be covering it up with our stamping piece. So put that on right there, and then I can go ahead and put our stamping piece on the front. Put that right there, and then these 2 pieces, I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I'm going to pop up my sentiment. So I'm going to kind of lay it down here. I don't want to put my Stampin' dimensionals, well, I don't want to put them way at the end, but we're just going to put, I think we'll put 4 on here. And then this piece is going to get stuck to the front of our card. So if you're interested in supplies, I will put the supplies that I used in the description of this video down below, and you can just click on them and it'll take you right to my Stampin' Up! Online store. And if you do shop with me, I'm just saying thank you right now. I appreciate it, and I'm always here to answer your questions. So make sure you leave your comments below and any questions. Isn't that pretty? Simple, right? And so for the inside, I see the boo-boo I made. I stamped it wrong. I have to stamp it horizontally. So let's bring in another piece. Do you see what I did? I stamped it this way. Does not go that way, does it? So we're going to stamp that one more time. And our flower stamp. I think I'm going to put it right there. I think I'm going to put another one. So I'm going to color that in really quick. Let me just finish the inside here with my matte piece. That. Okay, this piece is going to go inside, but I have to color it in really quick. So again, I did the big flower in the Highland Heather. But look how quick and easy this is, right? You could come in your room, make this card, and run out to the mailbox and get it in the mail in all in a half hour. That includes walking to the mailbox, so the card is quicker than that to make. Let's see, how long are we on for so far? 12 minutes. Not bad, right? Plus I made this boo-boo, so I'd say 10 minutes to make this card. And my leaves in the Granny Apple Green. And the little dot in the middle of the flower. Oh, look, I missed a petal on that one. There we go. All right. Nail this on, and our Friday fast card is done. So even with that boo-boo, it took me 13 minutes. Not bad, right? So what do you think? Do you like it? So don't forget, celebration's going on now. So if you do make any purchases, a $50 purchase, and you can then pick something out of the celebration catalog, and that's going on till the end of February. So again, any questions, please comment below. Just let me know. There's my website, stampinshout.com, my host code, and I'll have the information down below of all the supplies that I used. Thanks so much for being here.